If you're constantly backtesting but still don't trust your trades, the problem might not be your strategy, it might be your tools. I tested TradeZella, Forex Tester, and FX Replay to find out which one actually helps you trade better, not just backtest. And at the end of this video, I'll show you the feature that completely changed how I review my trades, and why it might do the same for you. But before I trusted any of these stock portfolio backtesting platforms, I did what most of us do. I dug deep into the reviews. Not just the glossy 5-star ones either, I'm talking about the complaints. Because if there's something that's gonna break up your workflow or kill your edge, it's gonna show up there first. With TradeZella, I found a guy who subscribed to the yearly plan, but within an hour, he asked for a refund. Said it couldn't sync with his broker, and manual input was just too slow. And yeah, they told him they don't do refunds. That sucks. No trader wants to feel like their money's locked up. But here's why that didn't stop me from testing it further. Now, I couldn't find too many people saying the same thing. That's usually a good sign. And realistically, that sounds like a rare mismatch. He probably didn't check for broker compatibility first. Plus, if you pay with a decent credit card, you've got protection anyway. What I've seen more often are people praising how fast TradeZella pushes updates. They just go right out. One guy literally said they roll out new features based on user feedback faster than any tool he's ever used. Here's another. Another trader said it gave him clarity on which playbooks were working and which ones needed to be scrapped. Bugs? Yeah, he admitted they pop up, but the support team was fast and helpful. That kind of real-world feedback says more than a perfect star rating. Alright, now over to Forex Tester. One reviewer here said that he purchased a lifetime license and ran into a weird glitch. He'd enter a sell trade, but it showed as a loss, like he entered a buy. If that showed up for me, honestly, I'd be pretty concerned too. But then the team replied quickly, explaining that it could be a settings issue. They even offered to walk him through it with screenshots and a support link. I've personally dealt with tech hiccups before, and the real test isn't where, bugs might exist or whether they do or don't. It's how fast the support steps up to help you if they do. In this case, they did. And while that bug might spook some users, there's a reason Forex Tester has over 4 out of 5-star ratings. One trader said that Forex Tester totally changed his strategy for the better. He mentioned the realistic simulations, solid historical data, and customizable tools that actually helped him level up his trading. Alright, next, what about FX Replay? Well, it had a review that made me wince a little. This trader said that the bar replay mode just wouldn't pause. It skipped all the way to the end of the test date, and he had to restart. Honestly, that's not ideal, especially if you're backtesting a detailed setup. But I've used FX Replay, and I didn't run into that at all. Plus, their team replied really quickly to his review, linked a helpful tutorial, and encouraged him to reach out directly. At least that shows that they're paying attention. On the flip side, one trader actually called FX Replay a must-have after backtesting orb and ILM setups across the major sessions, said that it helped him dial in his strategy with clarity. He also praised the clean UI and customization. So that's pretty good. Alright though, now let's get into what actually makes these portfolio backtesting softwares useful or not. Because, once I got past the glossy marketing pages, this is where the differences really stood out. Starting with TradeZella, which in my experience is easily the most polished and trader-friendly tool on this list. The core of its power lies in its trading analytics. This isn't just your average win-loss stats. We're talking granular insights, entry efficiency, exit effectiveness, emotional decision makers that show you how you're reacting to things. It shows you patterns you didn't even know were hurting your performance. I hadn't even realized how often I was cutting winners early until Zella slapped the data in my face. Then there's Trade Replay. I love this feature. Instead of just looking back at a static chart, you actually get to relive your trade bar by bar, second by second. It's like watching game tape after a match. I use it weekly to review my mistakes and to drill entries under pressure. Now my favorite part, tagging and playbooks. Imagine tagging each trade with a strategy name like breakout or mean reversion, and then attaching a playbook to it. Over time, you can see which playbooks actually make money and which ones need to be scrapped. I don't know of any other portfolio backtest platform that links qualitative journaling with quantitative backtesting this well. And the seamless journal backtest workflow, it's a game changer. I can run through a simulated session, log notes beside the chart in real time, and instantly tag patterns, all in one interface. No flipping between tabs or exporting to Excel. It's like someone finally built a platform that matches how traders actually think and work. Next, let's talk about Forex Trader. What stood out to me about this one is its ETF backtesting capability. A lot of portfolio backtesting platforms focus strictly on Forex pairs, but this one lets you simulate broad ETF strategies too. That's a huge edge if you trade across asset classes. Their market replay tool is another solid feature. You load up historical data and trade like it's live, adjusting orders, placing stops, even dealing with slippage. It feels surprisingly real. And for traders trying to grasp smart money concepts, this portfolio backtest tool lets you test those patterns in a clean, low-risk environment. It's a great sandbox, especially if you're moving from theory to execution. FX Replay, though, took a different route. The biggest thing that stands out here is FXR battles. I didn't think much of this at first, but after trying it out, I think I got the appeal. You challenge other traders head-to-head in real historical price action. That pressure of knowing that someone else is watching your decisions in real time, it sharpens your skills fast. It's like esports for traders. They also let you backtest portfolio up to 5 assets at once. So for someone like me who trades multiple instruments during the same session, that's gold. I can cross-compare correlations, spot divergences, and see how setups play out across pairs. It's not just backtesting, it's market training. But let's be real, none of these portfolio backtesting tools is perfect. With TradeZella, the only real learning curve came from understanding how to use tags and playbooks effectively. The first week I was basically over-tagging everything, but once I dialed in my process, it became second nature. With Forex Tester, it can feel a little data heavy. Some of the features require a bit of clicking around, and if you're new to backtesting, the UI might feel a bit dated. But that said, everything you need is there, and it's reliable. And FX Replay, the interface is slick, but it felt a little lightweight in terms of customization. I found myself wanting more depth on trade journaling and strategy notes. But for raw speed and replay experience, it's super snappy. Okay, now let's talk about pricing, because finding the best portfolio backtesting tool isn't just about the features, it's about the value that you get. And when it comes to what they cost, all 3 platforms, I'd say, are reasonably priced for what you get. But I think I found TradeZella to be the best value overall, especially considering how many tools are bundled into just one interface. Backtesting, journaling, analytics, it's like 3 subscriptions in one. If you're serious about tracking performance and leveling up, it pays for itself. Either way, if you're thinking about trying any of these tools, check the link in the description to see their updated pricing plans, promos, and the best discount we can lock in. We'll keep those links updated so you don't miss the better deal. So, after weeks of testing, reviewing, and digging through real user feedback, if you ask me which portfolio backtesting tool I'd actually stick with, I would go with TradeZella. It's where power, simplicity, and performance actually meet. And that feature I mentioned earlier, Trade Replay. I didn't know I needed it, but now I use it every week to fix bad habits and sharpen my edge. Click the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.